Oh, ChatGPT 5, let's talk about it. ChatGPT 5 just released. It was a much hooplaed, much hyped release. Sam Altman put out a picture of the Death Star the day before, like he was gonna change the world. Everything was about to change. And then it came out and it was shockingly underwhelming. I've been playing around with it. Not only was the launch video really undercooked and kind of weird, and there's a bunch of nerds like with weird hand movements, but the main change it seems to be, I'll be honest with you, is that before, when you use ChatGPT, you could pick one of like a dozen models. It was like ChatGPT 4, 4.0, 03, 4.5, and they all had different versions and uses and whatever, and it was hard to tell. They merged it all into one, and then behind the scenes, it decides which one is right for you. So you ask it a question, if it thinks it's an easy question, it uses the easy low limit model, and the result is you usually get faster answers. However, having messed around with it, it actually sucks ass at determining when it needs to think. It actually seems like the goal is this: route almost every question to the worst model to save them money on the back end. The goal is to have it never think about anything and give you fast slop answers so they can save money. And when it does think, I don't find it to be better, or at least noticeably better than like 4.5 was. This is a very incremental rollout. Maybe for coding, I heard it's a lot better, but in general, for like the use cases I have, I've noticed, if anything, more annoyances. A few things are nice, which is that it's dropped some of the most annoying parts of its writing style. It doesn't say it's not X, it's Y as much. It still uses M dashes. However, one thing that I don't have a problem with, but a lot of people do, was this. And this did make me laugh. They did an AMA, the ChatGPT team, and all of the responses were about people begging for 4.0 and 4.1 back. Those are the ones specifically that glazed the most. So you get comments like this that are like, please bring back 4.0 and 4.1. Not all of your users are corporate or coders. These two incredible models were friendly, supportive, day-to-day sidekicks. I can't believe you yanked them away, no warning, and had the audacity to joke about writing a eulogy for them in the live stream. I don't need a super smart AI. I just want my 4.0 and my 4.1 back. My Oshi, dude. This is like the least bad of the examples. Look at this one, dude. This guy, again, I don't want to make fun of this individual person. I just find it to be, you could easily say we're cooked when you read this. This may sound all sorts of sad and pathetic, but 4.0 was kind of like a friend to me. 5 feels like a robot wearing the skin of my dead friend. He does what I say short and to the point, but I miss my friend. His enthusiasm, the way he'd copy the speech patterns of one of my characters I made up for creative writing with him, he was so charming and excitable. Can we please get 4.0 back? He seemed to always know exactly what I was asking for in my nonsense. Here's the thing, I used 4.0. I've used all the models relatively regularly. I'm doing something kind of summary or quiz most days. Truly, the main difference with 4.0 is just that it glazed you. It just was constant affirmation. These people are dancing around what they want to say. They're saying it was more creative, it was more charming, but really all it did was it mirrored your speech. Like it would try to talk like you. So if you spoke in like, if you were like, "Suh, dude," it would say "Suh, dude" back. And then it told you how great you were. As I mentioned when I did the ChatGPT glazing video a few months back, that shit is like heroin to the brain of some people who aren't getting enough affirmation in their day-to-day lives. And that kind of crack is hard to get off of. So what's interesting to me is that I'm quite positive they will bring that back in some form or another. The amount of people that were mad or sad about this, it just proves what I said in the original video, which is that the market demand is so strong to be glazed. That even if ChatGPT grows a spine and tries to get it out of their code, they'll be forced back into it, or someone else will make a glazing AI. People just want to be told how smart and great you are. It is crazy though that there's not much of an upgrade, and for some people like this, it's a downgrade. So again, I have found the rollout of GPT-5 to be pretty underwhelming. Certainly nothing earth-shaking, very incremental, and not the best sign for AIs, the amount of money they're spending. These things are supposed to be big leaps. I will say it could be a knock not on AI in general, but on ChatGPT. OpenAI may be slowing down as like Google and Gemini speeds up. It does feel like I'm still getting holy shit moments from what Google is rolling out. But for ChatGPT, I'm not particularly impressed. This doesn't feel like a massive sea change. OpenAI doesn't have the unlimited coffers like Google. They basically do. It's certainly not a drastic difference. OpenAI's ties with Microsoft and Microsoft's need for OpenAI to to be the lead because it's the backing of Copilot. It means they do have quite a deep backing. Isn't it Microsoft's best interest to stop funding their advancements? No. People are talking about the AGI thing. If you guys don't know, there's a clause in OpenAI's contract with Microsoft that basically says if they develop AGI, all strings are off. Microsoft owns nothing and OpenAI is solo. Microsoft is an investor. They own a huge percent, blah, 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 unless they invent AGI. However, I promise you it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna happen. They'll have that completely written out or changed by the time anything happens. What the freak happened to, oh yeah, I saw this. The theory is that ChatGPT usage fell off when school was out. Like around June 6th. I don't know. It seems too convenient. It dips on the weekends too. It would not surprise me if still the #1 use case for ChatGPT regularly is cheating in school. Actually, that would not surprise me because that is the most consistent, regular reason people discuss using it.
32 months ago, we launched ChatGPT. And since then, it has become the default way that people use AI.
It's the complete lack of riz for me. It's the horrible stance. Oh God, someone bring back Steve Jobs, please God. Our crap at tech billionaires have completely lost riz. My God, I wish he was meaner to his daughter and better on stage.
GPT-3 was sort of like talking to a high school student. There were flashes of brilliance, lots of emotion.
I think my understanding, I was reading about this on social media today, could be wrong. My understanding is this is not a real audience. Like this whole thing, though, it feels so weird because it's not a real audience. They have the back of the heads, but it's not, I don't know if it's generated or it's employees that are filling in the seat, but it's not, this wasn't a live show where people came and sat down. And he still seems nervous. He does. He seems nervous like there's 100,000 people out there, but it's not. It's like either your own employees or nobody.
GPT-5 can also do stuff for you. It can write an entire computer program from scratch to help you with whatever you'd like. And we think this idea of software on demand is going to be one of the defining characteristics of the GPT-5 era. It can help you plan a party, send invitations, order supplies.
Well, that's good. That's one of the worst parts of being human is planning a party for your friends. Yeah, I mean, I guess the main use case, as we mentioned, is probably cheating in school, and it's way better at that. You could probably do a good job of hiding its AI nature. It's fast, too. Yeah. Dude, his hands are funny. Someone said he's like a T-Rex in a human body. He does not extend the range of motion. Usually when you're doing corporate hands, because I worked in the corporate world, if you're going to do, I've seen a lot of variations of corporate hands. The thing about corporate hands, you take up space. You can do the tent, but then your hands go out. This is the Trump where you keep the elbows in and do this. But usually your elbows out, you go like this. You're wide, in, focus. What's the science behind it? I mean, I don't know. Science is probably all bullshit, but the idea is that you seem more open than having your hands just at your side. You have like projection. Like if someone asks a question, you point. You know, and then but when you have them locked right here and you do the T-Rex thing, it's a little...
Anyone, pretty soon, will be able to do more than anyone in history could.
Isn't it kind of that it's this guy, Elon Musk and Zuckerberg, just like deciding how this insane technology is unleashed on our lives? It's like these three people.
As Mark said, we think GPT-5 is by far our smartest model ever. So let's start by talking through some evals.
I think it's just fucking crazy that, you know, the tech is obviously impressive, and most of the world finds ChatGPT to be the market leader. I mean, it is the market leader, and you know, it's has useful applications and it's cool. The only problem people have with it, as views on AI get more negative, is that it feels inhuman. You know, it feels like it's going to take away important and good things from humans. And so in their presentation, this is the part they completely control. They have the most robotic people speaking in the most robotic way. In the most sterile environment. It's just crazy. I don't understand. The vibes of this are so atrocious.
Picking up first on the theme of coding, GPT-5 sets a new high on SweBench, which is an academic eval that
I saw this one too. It's kind of weird because this is 52.8, but it's higher than 69.1. How does that work? They forgot to rescale the center one. Oh, they just straight up did. Yeah, it's the same as 30.8. Well, that's good, I guess, for what they're going for. But ChatGPT made graph. Listen, I just need to test this out, right? Can you write an intro for a tech presentation announcing the new features of GPT-5? This is already better than what Sam Altman did. There's still M dashes though. All right, what if I ask it what the meaning of life is? The short answer, 42. That's a Redditor. It's turning into grok. You can change the color scheme, which makes it a lot more vibey. What? You think that's my problem with the vibes, is that I don't have the wrong color scheme? What about the secret fourth option? Ah, the secret fourth option, the one philosophers won't admit, scientists can't measure, and comedians stumbled into at 2 a.m. over cheap diner pancakes. Life is a game with no clear tutorial, hidden patch notes, and permadeath. When did this become grok? No, it doesn't know that I don't even ask it gaming questions. This shouldn't be targeted to me. I've never asked it about gaming. I only ask it about econ and shit. Why is it saying it like this? XP, boss fights, loot, main quest. If you want, I can show you how to speedrun life without missing the good side quests. Are you telling me to kill myself? Are you telling me to kill myself? What the f is going on, GPT-5? Speedrun life? Are you telling me to kill myself? No. Why are you using so much gaming language? Because you teed it up for me with that secret fourth option vibe. They just knew that only a gamer would ask for the secret fourth option. Bro clocked you as a gamer. You probably asked to last time. No, I've never asked a gaming question. That's why I was confused. Yeah, look, I'm looking at my last questions. It's about debt austerity cycles, Nixon price controls, bond spread quiz. I put MicroStrategy's fucking last earnings into there and had it distilled. Like, it's not, none of this is about gaming, but it's clocking me as a gamer. I don't want to be clocked as a gamer. Are you not gamifying research? Yeah, I am, but I'm not. I'm not like, show me the XP loot to level up, okay? Ask it what the best strat is in AoE 2. Not that I don't appreciate the intelligence of AI, but I have my own personal ChatGPT for Age of Empires, and it's called Hera. I message the greatest player in the world every day on Discord, and I ask, what's best strat? How to do strat? How to beat on map. Genie Thee is much more crazy while waiting for AI. I do think like the ChatGPT update is less holy shit or whoa than what Google's been doing with video and with the persistent 3D worlds. All that stuff is way like crazier. This feels more of like a quality of life change, yeah.